Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading a post from r/lose it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. Binge eating, only late at night. What worked for you guys? When I was in my teens, I was obese. 15 years on and lots of miles later, I'm training for my first ultramarathon. It may sound well and good, and to many I have beat my demons, but I still have a binge ED. I should be happy as anything given the pain cave I finally came out of, but instead I'm constantly in depressing food abstinence or eating 5 chocolate bars in a row. Once I pop, I don't stop. Every night is a battle and I'm sick of it. I'm considering seeing a psychiatrist, but the pandemic, etc. I was wondering, what is working for some of you guys? The problem is only in the evenings. In the day I usually fast with absolutely no problems, but the craving for a nightcap food equivalent is too much. You have developed some bad habits. Some behavior modification is in order. You can see a professional if you can't fix it yourself. Suggestions. 1. Go to sleep earlier and get up earlier. Sounds simple, but it worked for me. 2. Eat a little more during your regular meals, especially protein. 3. Binge on healthy food. I switched to a salad or some carrots, or an egg. 2 eggs and a piece of toast have the same number of calories as a chocolate bar, and you feel full and get a lot more nutrients. 4. Brush your teeth immediately after dinner. And 5. Don't buy any junk or binge food. When you look in your pantry, there will be nothing to binge on, and you will give up. I would try to understand where the binging is coming from. You might not be eating enough calories in the day, and what are you thinking about before and during a binge? If you're having thoughts like, I deserve a treat, I worked so hard, today was rough, I am anxious, I am sad, then it could be more emotional eating, to which you would want to address those underlying issues in some way. This is the best advice so far. I have also been binge eating since about 15 years old. Now I am 34 with medical complications. Definitely be talking about this with your doctor. I have been medically diagnosed with night eating syndrome, which stems from anxiety. Counseling and anxiety medication has drastically improved my situation. A lot of people post with good faith, but fail to think it's just bad habits and not a medical condition. As some of the advice people are mentioning can't help the physical nature of hunger at night, but don't address the mental aspect. So I've been in therapy for BED for 2 years, and one thing that is constantly brought up is that if you are severely undereating for most of the day, you are setting yourself up to binge at night. Try distributing more of your calories earlier in the day. I've also found that to be true even without BED. When I try to eat less than 1,200 calories, I always end up binging after a day or a few days. The book, How to Have Your Cake and Your Skinny Jeans Too, actually covers this really well. It's the fundamental issue with dieting without listening to your body and what it's craving, or without eating until satiation when you're hungry. Your body is prehistoric. It wants regular food. It wants enough food to sustain itself. That's all it knows. So when you eat at a deficit, it will naturally try to demand more calories later on, leading to binging, either at night or a few days after being good and eating at a deficit. The only way I've been able to battle this is by only eating when hungry, recognizing how good food tastes when I'm hungry, stopping when the food stops tasting as good. This is usually the point of satiation for me, reminding myself I can't eat more later and for the rest of my life so I'm not missing out on anything, putting it away and moving on to something else, and repeating this practice again and again and again when hungry, and not starving but not peckish waiting for real hunger. This sounded weird to me, but it's from my nutritionist, so I trust her. If you feel compelled to eat a lot at night right before bed, most likely you didn't get enough during the day. The problem is that late at night, your activity level is at its lowest, and your willpower is at its lowest too, so that's the most dangerous time to refill your body. And make sure you are filling your body with good foods, lean protein, no trans fats, complex carbs. And make sure you are getting what you need during the day, but not more than you need. If you do need to refuel late at night, it should be with lean protein, as seltzer waters and salted bone broths are also good for curbing cravings. In general, get those hyper sugary sweets out of your house. Instead of chocolate bars, try a chocolate flavored Greek yogurt with some berries or apples and a nut butter. These have some sugar of course, but it's miles better than downing 5 chocolate bars. Exercise your willpower at the store, not at home. Eat a meal before you go to the store and stick to the list. If you don't buy junk food, there won't be junk food. I found it helpful to cap my eating times. I don't eat anything after 8 o'clock. Going cold turkey was a huge problem for me. Allow yourself 1 chocolate bar per week, a 1. Not 2, not 1 per day, 1. If you only buy 1, there will only be 1, so don't buy in bulk. Try to switch to a dark chocolate. A dark chocolate has between 10 to 15 grams of sugar instead of 30 plus grams. This was a huge problem for me. I used to be so bad that I went to sleep with my partner, wait till he was asleep, get up, raid my secret, not so secret, I found out later, stash of chocolate, make microwave popcorn, then eat chocolate and finish it off with half a pint of Ben & Jerry's. What was worse was that I ate pretty healthily during the day and had no urges to snack when the sun was shining. I decided to quit one day when I looked in the mirror and saw a bloated and unhappy gal staring back at me in the mirror. That was a huge part of it. You need to want to quit eating that way, and if you don't have real motivation to do so, I hate to say it, you're going to fail. Binging is mostly a mental battle, not a crazy love of chocolate. I identified that I was binging late at night because I was unhappy about X, Y, and Z. Ice cream was medication to my emotional problems. Once I figured out what these issues making me sad were, I worked to resolve them, and that meant my partner got the boot. For about the first 2 months into making my dietary change, these things really helped me, and I hope they can help you too because I cut down over a period of time while losing weight. 1. I allowed myself one savory snack and sweet snack per night after dinner, but I changed the portion size. Instead of buying a family-sized bag of crisps where I knew I would have no willpower to stop, I bought multi-packs which have about 100 calories per bag. For sweets, I'm really into chocolate, so I would grab my kitchen scales, measure out one portion size, and put the rest of the block away. Just by doing that, I reduced binging because I satisfied my sweet craving and the packet was not in front of me just to eat mindlessly. In this stage, I reduced my calorie intake into about 200 to 250 calories as opposed to over 1,000 to 1,500. 2. I got rid of my secret stash, moved it all to a kitchen cupboard out of sight. I didn't throw it away, but if you think that is a good idea, do that. I told myself I didn't have to be ashamed of craving junk foods. That really helped too. 3. After about 1 month of eating these 200-calorie snacks after dinner, with really healthy eating during the day and calorie counting, I didn't really feel the need for the savory snack as I ensured I had enough fiber in my meals, and complex carbs. I then just cut down to the sweet snack of about 100 to 125 calories per night. Sometimes I would allow myself a treat of one serving of ice cream, 300 calories, but I always measured it into a bowl and weighed it, so to make sure I didn't overeat. I probably had the ice cream once a week, the rest of it was the one portion of chocolate. 4. 6 weeks in, I swapped out the chocolate snack for a banana or a kiwi, around 60 calories. 5. A few days ago, I didn't feel the need for a sweet snack at all. I just gradually phased everything out. And don't get me wrong, I still love ice cream and chocolate, but I don't feel like I need it to support me emotionally anymore. And to be honest, I've not eaten it in 4 days, and I'm a little scared to because I don't want to break years of secret binging I've worked so hard to get rid of. I'm 26, and I've been secretly binging for years and years, since 13 or 14 probably. But hey, that's what I did. I can also second the toothbrushing idea. I do that too, as well as literally guzzle water all day so I feel full. Hope this helps. I'd be interested to know if you put anything into practice. You can do it. Your mind is stronger than food. The top comment is great for physical tips, and you can and should do. In the end, what finally worked for me was when I started asking myself questions. Even when I would break down and binge at the fridge, I started asking myself questions. Why am I eating? How do I currently feel? Am I really hungry? What will happen if I don't eat this? Will I die? Can I wait until breakfast? Am I just tired? What's really going on? Asking myself these types of questions and giving myself real answers while being kind to myself, I can either completely prevent a binge, slow down a binge, or end a binge. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day from our subreddit. Our subreddit is a place to share pictures, ask questions, and get support on your weight loss journey. To join, just open the description below and click the top link. Click Use App, install the Reddit app, create an account, and then click Join once you're at our subreddit. We'd love to have you join us on the subreddit. Once again, the link is below. Tortuga Admiral says, beginning of this quarantine, March 13th to today, May 13th, 20 more pounds to go. I think I might have lost more weight, but I've been putting on muscle as well. A shout out Luke Narwhal, his channel has been a tremendous help to this journey. Steven0784 says, male, 26, 5'9", 200 pounds, 250, 2 years later. Lots of cardio, weight training, and eating right. It actually works, guys. A Call Dad Cat says, I started on March 25th at 78 kg, and now it's May 14th at 70 kg. I really don't like posting things anywhere, but hopefully this will help in building my confidence and staying motivated to lose more. Love y'all and thanks. Thanks for sharing future narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.